Okay guys, we're in, now we're using a program called Adobe Illustrator. Now it's kind of the same deal as far as layers go, except that there's no little palette that shows really the layers that I use anyway. There may be something, but I don't need it. Basically, you take your words and your images and you layer them on top of each other. And these are there already just to save time. I'm not going to actually show you how to make those or anything, but you take the picture we just finished in the old Photoshop and you place it on your document, which I got to go find it now. Should have had that prepared. Went to number 1. Oh boy, wait a minute. We might have to edit this video because I don't know where I saved that to, guys. Ah, poop. Oh, right, here we go. Here we go. We got it. Okay, so when it does that, it blows it up way bigger than the page. And also, you notice that everything disappeared. Well, that's because this is on a top layer now. So what we do is we arrange send to back, and then it puts everything in front. Now you grab the little corners and you have to hold shift down when you do this, otherwise it won't stay in proportion. And you just kind of shrink it down until it's to the it takes up your whole page. But in this case, you have you see how the little black line right here, and they have these things. These are crop marks right here. So what you want to do is have your image go to right outside of your crop marks, because when they cut it, they're not necessarily going to cut it straight, and you need to leave room so your comic or book or anything that needs to be printed doesn't get cut off and you have a white line. So, you know, usually a 1/4 of an inch, an 1/8 of an inch to a 1/4 of an inch is safe, and you'll be good. So just be aware of that when you go to get something printed. Now, we've got the name of the comic here. I don't know if it's really going to be $4.50, by the way. I'll zoom in a little bit here. I don't know what the pricing is going to be, but I don't necessarily want to keep the name yellow. So what I'll do is, let's take the gray from his name and wait. Oh man, let's go over here. Take the gray. Oh, that's a blue line. The gray, and there is a little, well, there's supposed to be a paint bucket tool around here somewhere. I don't remember what it's under. Oops, that's not it. Well, how you do it another way? Just drag the color into the S, and you see how it brought it changed. You can do that with the whole thing, though. You can say, I want to make, if you hold the shift down, it will pick the color on the inside with, and you just click on any color you want. So if we do it silver or gray, it's gonna, it'll be easier to read, I think, but I don't know if that's gonna be the final color, because I don't know if I even like this blue in the background at the moment. Might have to do all that over. Now, since this image is big, I can stretch it without losing any print quality. That when you make it smaller, you make the resolution bigger, but if you make it bigger, you're losing resolution. So I don't really want to go bigger than 100% of the original thing. And also, when you scan something, you need to make sure that it's at least 300 dpi. So, you know, you need to before you start scanning, you need to figure out what DPI and all that stuff is. Gotta put my name on here somewhere. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to probably change that color too. And the good thing about Illustrator is that your text can be converted to outline where it becomes more of a picture. So you don't have to worry about saving fonts or things not working with your fonts, because they will work. So I don't know what we're going to do about my name, because it doesn't really want to fit. So let me shrink him back down and see what we can do here. Okay. So we got to get him. See, he's a little bit too big for what I intended, but I don't necessarily want to make my my title smaller. So what I'm going to do is lock him. So now that picture's locked in place. I can move all the words and everything around, and it'll be just, you know, it'll just it won't move. So no matter, I can't mess that up now. So let's make my name. Showing through the heroes created by Johnson. Yeah, maybe I'll make it. I have to make my name smaller, which is okay. Nobody really knows me anyway. Let's see. We wanna. Now you can work on the way your stuff is designed. For this, mostly the logo is really big, so I can't really do much as far as being too creative. And you know, you can really work with your picture too, you know, and your words, which I didn't really do for this one, but in the future I may start doing more creative things, working together. I have Nervous Pumpkin Comics as my it's not a company so much, because it's not, I mean, it's not registered or anything, but that's the name I publish under. So you know, nobody can really take it from me because I claim copyright on it and all that. It's just kind of like the guy named Prince. His name's not really Prince, but he goes by that. So that's kind of what I go by when I'm doing my comics. Is you know, anything I print will be under Nervous Pumpkin Comics. It's just a thing. And you should always, I mean, if you have something like that, you should always put it on your cover. Also, you want to get a copyright thing. Always put the word copyright, the symbol for copyright, which I'm going to zoom in on so you can see it, the year, and whoever you do, put, you know, my name is Kevin P. Johnson, so it's copyright, symbol, 2010 Kevin P. Johnson, and then all rights reserved. That means basically you're protected legally for anything you create. You know, and with artwork, you really don't have to do anything except be able to prove that you did it, and it's instantly copyrighted artwork, writing. It just is. Nobody, you know, they have all these things where you can register it and all that, and that's good because it protects you further, but all you got to do is keep a record of what you've done, you know, make a video, make copies of it, whatever, and you're protected. There's nobody can take your stuff from you. Now, there's different things like trademarks and stuff. Somebody could possibly, you know, turn that on you, but it's unlikely if you can show that you did it. So I try to put copyright on everything. And I think if you want to actually register it, I think it's like $35. I am messing that up so bad. Edit, undo, transform, rotate. I think it's $35, and you can send like whatever you want in a pack. So like, say you had a comic and you had all these characters that you need to get, you know, all these stories and characters, well, you basically you just you put everything in a pack and you send it to them. I mean, they have rules, and you could look that up online, and you send it to them, and it takes a little while, not too long, maybe a month or so, and they'll send you your copyright information. I have to return that backwards. You know, you just got to figure out where you want to put it on your thing, because you don't want it to take away from everything else that's going on. It just needs to be there, small, kind of to the side or whatever. Okay, so then you zoom out, fit in window, and you know, you kind of, I'm going to put that down there because it's distracting me. I don't know what I'm going to do with my name, guys. Is it? I should have. I don't know. It doesn't really work well with this cover, and it might have to stay off. Which, you know, is not something I really want to do, but I don't know where I'm gonna put it for these purposes. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. You know, it doesn't necessarily be that, but basically, let's just take it out. Basically, you got this. You get rid of these guides. So, and there you go. That's a comic book cover. And you go, once you save it, you export it to whatever they need. So, you know, in this case, and that's telling me the font's not going to save. I have to create outlines. This, you know, they want it to be RGB, so I just exported it as an RGB TIFF file or whatever, and that'll be it. It'll be done, just like that. And you put that in. There's I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of little dots around here on the edges. That's not really there. It just looks like it is. So let me save it as. Oh no, we got to export it. I'll go File, Export. Wrong thing. I think they want JPEGs for my people, so we'll just make one. Export it. They want RGB maximum, and you want to change this to high, which will give you 300 DPI for your resolution. Always have at least 300 DPI resolution, no matter what anybody tells you. 300 or more is what you want for print. Now, for the web, you don't necessarily want that. The web only sees like 72 DPI, and it doesn't matter how big you make it, it's going to be 72 DPI when it shows up. Okay, so then, as Drew Brees, we want to go back to Photoshop, and I'll show you that real quick if this opens. I don't want the time to run out on us. You know, this has been real basic as far as covers. A cover goes. You know, some people can do a lot more work to it, but you know, I try to keep my book as simple as I can, and that includes covers. And let's see. I don't know if this is what I just saved. Okay, this is it. Okay, so now it's in Photoshop, and that's the file. It's got the words on it. It's got everything, and everything's a picture at this point. You know, all your words and your pictures. There's no editing those words at this point. You know, it's a flat picture, ready to go, just like if you took a picture with a camera. And so that's it. That's how you make a cover. I'll probably tweak it a little bit before it's over, and I really don't know what the price is going to be. I know it's not going to be $450. Hopefully it's been cheaper. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's it. See you guys later.